Alright guys, we're off to Farmfest, which is the second largest dedicated farm show in the state of Minnesota. And they have all of the latest new tools, tractors, gear, equipment coming down the pipeline. But I call that pretty cool. We have it tells you everything. Okay, you guys see all these signs next to the corn? And they got numbers next to that. So is that like a different seed crop or something? I've always wondered exactly what that was. Oh, and don't you love my hair with the wind blowing through it? The pompadour. 1953 military Jeep. We've had a pretty full show, but let's just check this out. That is fun stuff. Dirt monkey. I've heard this before. You claim to be a farm kid, but you don't seem to know a whole lot about farming. Well, let me just clarify. I'm actually was raised in the agricultural industry, but my father was a crop duster. So he flew all the planes. We had low boys, we had pickup truck sprayers, but we never got to run the tractors or plant the fields or actually put a seed in the ground and watch it grow till harvest. But we also did raise cattle and horses. Just not enough to be considered a very large farm. We would raise maybe 20 or 30 head at a time. So I've got a little bit of experience in all of the different components, but not a lot of experience actually being a real day-to-day farmer. Well, actually this is kind of cool right here. We're actually walking through cornfields to get into it. Soybeans. Weird thing. I just learned that edamame is actually soybeans. And I love edamame. Durr. Of course it's made out of soybeans. Why wouldn't it be? Soybeans are awesome. Hey, is this yours?
Yes.
What does it do?
It agitates a lagoon, dairy lagoon, municipal lagoon, hog lagoon, poultry.
Okay.
Takes the solids, mixes it with the liquids, so we can pump everything out, all the nutrients together.
What do you do when you pump it out?
We pump it through a hose.
Yep.
To the field and incorporate it.
And till it right back into the top. So you're taking all that concentrated organic matter,
yeah,
and reusing it on the field.
Exactly. And we keep it in the root zone of the plant. And it goes in basically about 4.5 to 6 inches deep.
Yeah.
Is what we do. And we have everything right there.
And this floats. This floats, right?
This here floats. Each one of those red pops put out about 12,000 gallons a minute. A lot of velocity behind it.
Okay. 12,000. Wait a minute.
12,000 gallons a minute.
12,000 gallons a minute.
Times 2.
That would rip the flesh off your skeleton right there.
That's what you want to do. You want to have... What we're trying to do is shorten the duration time of having one of these in the pit.
Do you rent these?
Yes. Our dealer network would rent those.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is keep the fuel consumption down on agitation.
Awesome. Kevin, thank you.
You're so welcome. You have a great day.
I wonder if JCB actually makes a tele payloader, because they've got the tele skid and the tele handler. So the JCB is actually the same as my Volvo. So that one is new in the industry. That one we just seen. I guess this one has been out. Let you walk around. Take a look at that big giant cat engine on that bad boy. Skadoosh. Oh my God. Oh, look at this thing. Yeah. You had a couple heart attacks, but then you can't hit there. That's what we all do, right? Yeah. So these are the floats right there. Like a kid in a candy store. What do you guys think? What the? Okay. What am I missing with this one? I love trying to figure this stuff out. What is this blue one? Looks like a design of a manure spreader. It's got a chain. It's got a live bed, obviously on the bottom. You guys can see that. Big fat float tires, so it's meant to go in the field and distribute the weight. It's got a catcher up front, so whatever is towing it. Hey, can you guys tell me what the heck this thing is?
Manure spreader.
Okay, I was gonna say this is the fanciest manure spreader I think I've ever seen in my life, because the ones I grew up on, they were old and wood, and they didn't look anything like this. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
They redid the Commander model this year.
What did they do to it?
They made it more like the Maverick, so it's more like a trail, a little bit more compact, a little bit more sporty looking as well.
Okay.
They just completely redid the entire body design.
Is it still a work
Yeah,
UTV?
yep, it still has a bed in the back, and then they actually moved the motor so it doesn't get so hot.
Why were they having problems with it overheating?
So where the motor on the Commander was before was kind of center, they moved it back so it's not so loud and you don't feel the heat come off.
Oh, so for operator comfort.
Yeah,
It wasn't
exactly.
having issues.
No,
Okay,
just
it
for keep your beer cold.
I love it. Only at Farmfest. That's the way we talk. I think I want this. I think I want it, you guys. Yeah, that's nice. The Outlander 6x6. This is awesome. It may not be new, but how many times do you get to see a 6x6 four-wheeler like that? Me never. I think this is my first time ever seeing it. Actually, no, it is. It's hauling 7 bales of hay right now. That's not bad. That's some nice cargo space. I've never really looked at a Can-Am that close, but lots of options for the guy that actually has to make a living with their toys. What did I just see? Has that got a door over on that side?
What?
A door on the bottom.
Yep.
Flip that open once. Hold on, let me just see if this goes all the way through. Yes, it does. Look at that. Holy crap. That's pretty cool right there, isn't it? Dirt Monkey like Farmfest. 48 row disc chisel, I think is what you guys called it. What the heck? No, this is a disc chisel. Right here. Is that also a disc chisel? Yeah, it's got to be the same. It's just got it's got a different setup. You guys ever do that when you're going down the road? You just see some piece of equipment. What does that do? What do you guys think? I love that. Well, my dad and I always did that. It's just amazing. That's a giant drone right up there, but what we're looking at, I call this the one and you're done trailer right here. So this not only provides fuel for your equipment, it also has onboard DEF in a separate container, because a lot of you guys running over 74 gallons are going to have DEF. You don't want to run and grab DEF. This trailer by Thunder Creek has the DEF here, plus then here's your fuel hose right here, your fuel reel. They keep it separate. And then in the back, looks like we've got a separate storage container for tools, gear, equipment. It's the truly one and you're done by Thunder Creek. Multi-tank trailer, oil, grease, reclaimed coolant, DEF, and diesel. Here we go. Your grease circs right here. You've got online electrical right here. with a generator system, an air compressor as well. What the? Boom, air, power. What are we looking at here? Look at this. That is a nice setup. MTO 690. Here's your fuel at a glance. And then your def is up front. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? What does this trailer run?
This one, I thought he said like 54,000.
54, okay. Yep, just the way it is. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but there you go. 54 by Thunder Creek.
It's brand new for 2021.
Okay.
This has been a historically #1 seller for Bad Boy, but this year we added the independent suspension, so each axle actually pivots individually. Has about 3 inches of travel on the wheel. Allows each wheel to move independently. If you hit a hole with one tire, the whole front of the mower doesn't dive or rise. It keeps your cutting height nice and level.
Mm-hmm. So this side, if you hit a hole here, this side will go down. It won't impact this side, so that you're okay. So this front axle is no longer connected together.
Correct. We had 2 individuals.
All right, and that's new by Bad Boy, and that didn't affect the price.
Correct.
I don't know, that's free.
God, that is just intimidating to look at, isn't it? You just look at that and I think, what would you do if this thing broke down out in the middle of a field? How would you go about fixing that stuff? All right, there you go. Let's go check out what we need $500,000 to look at for. Okay, joystick and foot pedals, Kobe was saying. Ooh, ride along seat. Oh, boots. So think about this, big work boots. You don't wear Cujo work shoes. Your farmers are wearing work boots. I mean, I don't know what the farmers wear, but here you go. A little up and down, he said. He must be used to it being a little forward. I'm gonna guess though the seat is adjustable. Booyah. So that's gonna not be a factor. So then you can adjust this joystick, probably the whole console. Yep, look at the whole console adjusts right here. So you can raise and lower the entire console up and down. There you go. That's the case for you. So you guys can check it out when you're out doing your farm tractor shopping. Look at that track system on there. Huh. I like how it looks like it'll contour and adjust instead of being a hard track system. It's gonna allow you to go up and over and bite better, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that's the concept behind that track system. Well, we'll walk up into the cab of this one here and take a peek at this one. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Hey, nice to meet both of you. What did you think of it?
Big.
Yeah?
You can fit our combine inside of it.
What do you guys run?
We got an old John Deere 6620.
Okay.
Then at work we got 8820 and a 7720.
Okay, all right. Cab layout, what did you think of it?
It's definitely different, but I've never really ran anything new, so they're all different to me.
How many acres do you farm?
We run about 150.
Okay.
So we're we're small.
Yep.
Run 150 acres, milk 150 cows.
150 cows.
Yeah.
Dude, that keeps you busy right there. You milk 150 cows.
Yeah. Twice a day.
What's your guys' names?
I'm Ben. My brother Joe.
Ben and Joe. You guys mind being on the YouTube channel?
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Sure, I'll be looking for
I'll be looking for it.
All right, there you go. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
I'll check this out. Have a good one, you guys. All right, let's go up in it. All right, how's this one going to compare to the Case Combine? Let's see. Not as adjustable. We don't have I notice we don't have as much space behind us. Okay. This is the view. This is your office. Become a farmer and this is your office. Anybody know how much this costs? 5? Everybody thinks $500,000. We're just gonna go with a $500,000. Look at the size of that tractor. Wow. You can run over a lot of cars with that tractor. Is that the wrong thing to think as soon as you see something like that? Not at all, dirt monkey. I'd run over cars if I could with it. Hey, you want to run and jump in a giant tractor and try to drive over cars? Okay. That would be my answer. Why does this say Camso all over it? Is this a Camso four-wheeler? I had no clue they actually made it. We gotta find out. No, this is not a Camso. Arctic Cat. Oh.
Our rock bucket grapple. We have the flat bar on the front and the back too, so it doubles as a land leveler too. And then it comes with a bolt on side, so you can take it off if you're using it for brush or anything longer than the bucket. Under the step here, we tee the grapple hoses together. That way it avoids the pinch point. As well as it comes with abrasion resistance sleeving on the hoses and flat face couplers. The grapple hooks, they also go till they're like snug down, you know, they operate independently. And all pivot points are greasable too.
Right. Independently, but you use them with one, right?
Right, yep, they go at the same time. But then, like if, say one's snug and the other's not, it'll keep going until it's snug.
And how much is it?
This one, the rock bucket grapple, this is a 68 inch. It is $31.68. And that comes with a 2-year warranty and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee.
If Ryan's going to buy you beer after the show.
Hey. Right?
Sounds like he's trying to get a date and a rock bucket out of the deal. Oh, you know, this reminds me. If you guys enjoy videos like this and you appreciate the fact that I'll take my entire day to run out into the country and cover a farm show that I don't know very little about, but I hope you guys get some entertainment and enjoyment out of. You know what you could do is just hit that like button. It's just a button. It's like right up underneath the video, probably down below the video if I'm thinking right. It's a thumbs up. That's what you want to hit. If you hit that for me, I'll send you free cake and ice cream. That was a total lie. That was a total lie. But you still should hit the like button.
Dirt monkey.
How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you. I'm over here picking on Bobcat. I'm sorry. Are you the Bobcat guy with the Bobcat shirt on?
Yep.
Okay, what I was saying is those tracks don't impress me.
They're better for like in the dry dirt. Better traction that way.
What are
You're
those?
not maybe gonna get
16 inches wide?
Those are 12 and a half.
I was gonna say 12, but I'm like,
You can
no.
get the wider ones.
Well, how wide are the wide ones?
16, 18. On this machine, I think they're 16.
Okay.
The wide ones.
Okay. Is this have Bobcat done anything new with these machines in the last year or two that you can walk us through?
Well, this is the R series, so they kind of changed the way the engine sits in there now.
Okay.
Like everybody knew that they sat sideways before. Now they're sitting inline. So,
Why did they do that? Do you know?
different reasons, I suppose. I think it has to do with getting room for the emissions that are coming up and stuff like that.
Well,
Bigger radiators.
wait a minute. The emissions on the 74 and over horsepower machines. There's not emissions coming on under, is? Please tell me there isn't.
I don't know if they're gonna, so I don't really know the true reason.
Man,
but,
if there's emissions on 74 and horsepower under, we're all screwed.
you know.
Man, this is taller than I. Look at this thing. So here's the cutting edge right here. So let's talk about edge punch and center punch, you guys. This is something you should know because now this cutting edge is flippable. You're gonna get twice the life out of it. Pop all these bolts out You take this back cutting edge and you put it up toward the front when this thing wears down. Okay. 3/4 inch teeth, reversible cutting edge, 76 inch opening. So that would be in the high capacity, so 8 foot. So that would be from here to here. This unit is, I don't know if that's the 8. Is this a 7 or an 8 foot?
That's 7 foot.
7 foot. So this is $3,700
Delivered. Yep.
delivered. Anywhere in the world? To France? Tyler. He's got the Top Gun sunglasses on. He's ready to rock and roll.
There you go. You want to start at this one and go out? How far would we want to go?
Well, basically, Tyler, all I want to know is what's the basic differences that a guy should look for when they're buying a pressure washer, so they know what they're getting and what they're not getting. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, I just want the brief summary on these things.
Well, I mean, right here on this one's going to be referred to it as a gas self-contained. And this one's operated off of a Honda engine, and it runs a 12-volt battery. So if you don't have a 220-volt electrical outlet near you, or you want to go out and do on-site or build a trailer to do mobile washing, this is what you would probably use, and you set it up and put it in a trailer that way.
Okay.
Anything now after that one, we're going down, and this is kind of a little bit more of a stationary unit for LP or natural gas. You have LP or natural gas at your site or your shop, and you're always going to be washing in one consistent spot. If you're doing trailers, trucks, buses, heavy equipment, machinery, you're always going to have your machine in the same spot, and you don't want to worry about running a diesel burner inside of your shop. You can always get an LP or natural gas one, 220-volt electrical power to it. Works out just great that way. It always sits in the same spot. Runs real good.
Okay. Dude, you're awesome. Keep going. What do we need to know?
Now down here is what we have is our diesel fired versions, or hot oil, whatever, that can run off #1 diesel, #2 diesel, or even kerosene too. And these ones we make a variety of different sizes and styles, from your small little, maybe you have a small hobby farm, which is lower down, so you don't need as much pressure, as much volume. Then we go up to a little bit bigger one that's more intermediate for heavy caked on grease, road grind, manure spreaders, things of that nature. Still 220-volt electrical powered one, but run off diesel or kerosene. And then you get up to a little bit even bigger one. Let's say you have a cement company where you have cement caked on, or you're hauling, any sorts of heavy, really caked on stuff where you need higher pressure, but you still need a lot of water flow too. And that's basically going to be the breakdown. And we you can't bring everything with us here, but we even have ones that are even a little bit more higher powered than this too, that have more water volume that flow to it also.
So I would personally need the portable unit. What is that going to run me?
Well, in a portable one like that, ours are all industrial built. So everything on ours is industrial. It's built to last.
So every word he's saying right now, the price tag keeps going up. Let's see how high it goes.
Unfortunately, yeah. When you get industrial and you want things that are built to last, you're going to pay a little bit more of a premium. The old saying is you get what you pay for.
Yep.
So a machine like this is going to run you $6,250. And for us too, that includes your pressure washing hose, 50 feet of it, your 3-foot gun wand, your 3 different washing nozzles too, and a chemical injector. Everything you need to start washing right away.
Pretty much a plug and play then, right?
For lack of better terms, yeah, I'd say it's a plug and play machine.
I don't see a trailer hitch, so this is not a tow behind. Do you actually have tow behind units?
We do not have tow behind units.
Okay. All right, so you throw this in the back of your truck, you got a little parking brake right there.
Yeah, a little brake on there too.
Yeah.
We actually make this one too, underneath the wheels, you can actually take the wheels off. We have little rubber foot mounts and J-hooks. You can actually mount this and bolt it straight down to a pallet in the back of your trailer, in the back of the truck if you even want to do it that way.
Cool. Dude, you rocked it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good one. Ooh, Altas. Now Altas actually has a stand-on tracked mower, but I don't see it here. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Look at that. Dirt. Check that out. 61-inch all-terrain HV deck. All-terrain. Impressions, heavy duty, just well built. I'm looking at the front casters, I'm looking at that front system. I mean, I've never driven one, but hey, do you work here? Is there, what's the purpose? I mean, what was this designed for, I should say?
Serious terrain.
Serious terrain. These things will mow hills that a wheeled mower can't even consider being on.
Right, right. But I mean, is this more like a brush mower? Because I'm looking at the front.
It is. It is exactly.
I'm looking at this, going, that's a more like a brush mower.
This is for like mowing, you know, stuff that you mow once or twice a year or whatever. But if you need to mow it, that's your Huckleberry, because it will mow it.
I love it.
Standing water, steep slopes, you know, low ground compaction requirements.
Hitch on the back optional.
For hunters, as far as, you know, keeping their properties up, shooting lanes through the brush, you know, all those things, this can do it. Snowmobile clubs, our local snowmobile club has one of these. It took our mowing from over 100 hours a season to get the trails prepped to down to 25 hours a season in trail prep. And we mow the same amount of miles with this as we used to do cycle country rough cut tow behind an ATV and mow the trails. This does it way more efficiently.
There's a method to the madness. There's reasoning behind that. That's what I'm seeing, Will. I mean, it's starting to come together.
This is your extreme of extreme mowing conditions machine. There's, you know, for a person with a flat, dry, well manicured lawn without any steep slopes, you know, not a big consideration for a mower like this. We're
You'd want
even
that
into
one.
some lakeshore property people that have steep slopes going down to their lakes, and they want to keep those mowed and looking nice, so that all the boats coming by are say, ooh, what a nice property. Well, then you get into more of that 561 with a turf track on it versus something like this, because that's a finish cut where this is a rough cut.
So let's take a look at what Will's talking about. He's talking about the deck system here. Let me grab my camera out of here. Sorry guys, didn't mean to be in your way. Pretty cool mower, isn't it? Well, what is that? What does this unit run?
So the stand-up version right here is the TSX 561. It's $15,599. That would be this unit right here. The sit-down ones are the TRXs, and they come in 3 different versions. This is more of a finish cut, and this is also more of a finish cut, and then this is the all-terrain, super rough, steep, deep.
Is that one right there? Hey, I didn't catch your name.
Yeah. Will.
Will, nice to meet you. I'm Stan. So that's this one, what Will is talking about. You run all Kawasaki on them, Will?
These run EFI Briggs Vanguard big blocks.
Oh, so you, no choking, no priming,
Kawasaki
nothing?
on the stand on, and they run the...
Is that EFI? Yeah. That's EFI too?
Yeah, that's EFI as well. That being the all position conditions that EFI is better at than carburetors. You start tilting carburetors at angles like this, and they don't like that, where the EFI doesn't care.
All right, that's new by Altais, you guys. It's calling my name, you guys. The Hydromax double link cantilever port industries, whatever you call the rest of it. I was literally reading the sign, but I call that fin cool. And the best part about it is he puts it on a trailer and tows it with that truck right there. Psych. That's a GMC, it's not a Ford. Look at that thing though. Hey, look it, they're inviting me up into the cab. Did you guys get that invite? I did. Can I go up in there and take a look at the Hydromax?
Yeah.
Can you guys walk me through it? Would one of you guys show me what's going on with it?
What do you want to know?
I'm Stan.
Sam?
Sam?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Sam. I know nothing about this. I'm shooting a video on the coolest gear and equipment at Farmfest, and I was walking way over there when I saw this. What do you guys call it?
It is a trencher.
Okay, but I know it's a trencher, but is there a specific kind of trenching application that?
Well, it's for drainage tile.
Drainage tile, okay. So it's a deep trencher, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll trench 8 feet deep.
How wide?
This one will do up to 29-inch wide cut and down to 9-inch wide cut.
How fast does it go? I mean, when you're trenching, how many feet can it lay per minute is what I'm getting at?
For 9-inch wide trench, 4 foot deep,
1.1, 1.2 mile an hour. So that would be 100, 110 foot a minute.
Man, that's getting the job done fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wish you guys could see it. This is the coolest thing ever. I bring you in, but there's a sign right here that says no cameras allowed. Psych! There was 3 of you I just fooled. And there's like 4 of you that watch my channel, so that's like a high percentage. All right, so let's just check this out. Pivot, right trigger, so we have it tells you everything that your controls do right here. But your working unit is over. So you steer here, but all the fun's in the back. Bidding it up front, potty in the rear. Yes. Pretty lucky to be able to say you've ran one of these, because there's not a lot of people that say they have. So if you are one of those guys that has ran one of these and you can say you've run something like this, count yourself lucky. You know, a lot of times, guys, we don't count our blessings. Little things like being able to run farm equipment and not being under fluorescent lights. There's a lot of guys that watch this channel just because they don't get to experience what you and I live, breathe, and consider work. Little blessings go a long way. Hey, thank you guys. Just see, I think I like Farmfest. I think Farmfest is one of my new favorite. I love farming. I love heavy equipment. I love no crowds.
I know, lots of.
You know, one of the things that I really liked about Farmfest is it just wasn't overcrowded. I mean, you could actually talk to people, you could walk around, you could see things. You weren't elbow to elbow and armpit to armpit with the guy next to you. You had room to breathe. And that's why they call this the 2nd largest farm show in the state of Minnesota, but I would say it's the best one to go to. So if you guys are into farm equipment, I think they hold it every single year. But if you can't make it up to Minnesota for that, just don't worry, I'll be going back to it again. And if there's a cool show that you guys want to see me go out and cover and you guys can't attend, let me know in the comments down below. I don't care where they are. If it's cool enough, I'm traveling. Like I'm going to the GIE. I'm going to go cover that for you guys coming up. We also have another show coming out this very week, and I think you guys are going to enjoy that one. And then coming down the pipeline is the National Hardware Show, and I'm on the fence about going out to that one or not. So if you guys want to see coverage from the National Hardware Show, let me know. And if enough of you say, yeah, I want to see the National Hardware Show and what's new coming down there, I'll head that one up. But that's all we got for you on this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Farmfest, and I hope I see you on another one. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll talk with you in the comments down below. God bless you guys. Go get them.